been a long time since I started off a video with your ugly mug.
I know it, and they're just gonna love it.
I feel like I should apologize in advance. All right, last video, well, you seen us get the roller, rock guards, all that stuff back together. Still waiting on the upper roller, so I think what we need to do while we're waiting is, want to give this thing a service?
I think so.
So there's a
How many?
top side and a bottom side to this service. Not it for the bottom side. You're shorter, you fit underneath there,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. Well, I got the creeper ready.
You got the oil pan ready?
Got the oil pan. Well, like at work, you got like a mechanic and then you got a pimp. Well, the pimp just kind of runs and gets everything for the mechanic. So I'm figuring I'm the pimp, you're the mechanic here.
Is that how that works out?
It'll work really good, I promise.
Yeah. You guys missing? Jerry's still out on me. I don't know if I missed him or not. So, all right. I do have all the filters. I do have all the oil. I think we got everything we need. So let's, you going under?
I'll go under.
All right, you go under and get the oil drained out. I'm gonna pull the side panels off over here. I think it's been a while since I serviced this thing, but I think all the filters and everything are in here. So.
Do I got to drop belly pan on this?
No, there's an inspection plate up there with about 6 3/4 bolts.
Okay.
And you take a small piece out, and then it'll come out.
All right.
Find any hidden treasures down there?
Oh, what we have, a triaxle load of dirt come out of this belly pan?
I like to pack a little extra weight around. You know? I don't think it was a triaxle load, more of a tandem.
Well, I'm telling you, it took me an hour just to get to where I could see the oil pan. Now that I found it, we had our disagreement on what size. I said 1 1/4. You said 1 1/8. I said no, give me 1 1/4. Well, who ended up being right? Me with the 1 1/4. So we have a 1 1/4 here. Clean
Which
it off.
is not what you asked for.
Right there, it says it. Spin that around. 1 1/4. That's what I asked for. If you would have listened to me, we'd already have this all out. So, all right.
If you'd stop talking and actually pull the drain plan out, we'd have the hole out.
Well, a good pimp would have had that in reverse for me
Can
already.
we even see what you're doing up there? Can they see?
Oh yeah, they can see. They can see right here.
I don't know if I trust
Right
my
there.
people with you.
That is the oil pan, right? Yeah, that is. It is. I'm just making sure.
The next question is it the engine oil pan?
That I don't know, but it's gonna drain something. Okay, I'll get that on there.
Here, can I pull? Nope.
No. Gotta. You can push. We get her on there. All right.
Oh, let me guess. You want me to get in there and push that? If you put that camera down, you'd be able to do it.
I know. I can't do this like you do it. And all this metal, I could stick it.
Looks like it's a tight one there, bud.
Oh yeah. I must put that on.
I think Kleeman was the last one to change oil.
He was. Okay.
We're getting the big stroke on now, huh? Oh my goodness.
Oh. We might do a take 2 on this if you want to go get that extension.
The extension I asked you if you needed?
The one I asked you to get me and you didn't. You thought I could get it without it. Yeah, this is the one. Last time Clayman was working on it, I forget what I was working on it. And I thought he was talking to himself. At first I thought he was talking to me. Then I thought he was talking to himself, but he had a camera rolling.
We're gonna have to do the cardinal sin and get the impact on it. Oh, that is tight. Oh, did it go? Something broke.
Hopefully it didn't break off. Gotta remember this arm here. What's it good for? 1,200 pounds. Foot torque.
That was 2 videos ago. I don't remember.
Okay. No,
That's an awful big
loose.
drain pan you got. I really hope you don't miss it.
Okay, get some light up here.
This is gonna be the longest oil drain video segment ever.
Well, I'm wanting to make sure they see everything. Can they see how black that is?
Perfect.
That's perfect, isn't it? What's with all the metal shavings all over that thing?
You're so
Just
funny.
adds color, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's draining. You want something to clean your hand off?
Yes.
I probably could go get that if I was a nice guy. All right, well, Aaron's got the oil draining now. We're gonna try to get this filter off. Hey, that was actually pretty easy to come off, believe it or not. Be prepared for some oil.
Oh.
Did we hit the pan?
Yep.
Good deal.
Believe it or not, but I had that pan about perfect.
Well, the pan's the size of the dozer. All right, put our new filter on. Got a new O-ring to go in there first. Oh yeah, slug it lap. Did put a little bit of oil in our new filter. Hard to fill it all the way up, being on an angle. Screw it on there. I'm about done on my end. You done down there?
Just waiting on you.
I do see one small oil leak up here we may need to try to fix. Of all things, I think the dipstick is leaking.
Oh, really?
Did you get it all?
Yeah.
All right, so Aaron is putting the drain plug back in. Gonna get that tidied up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see down here. Need to get some light. It looks like we have an oil leak right there where the dipstick goes into the block. There's a rubber grommet right there. We may try to pull that out. That's what's causing all this to be dirty right here, is that fan pulls that oil up and then it gets caught in the dust and it sticks to everything. So not a big leak, but I think we can definitely try to fix it while we're here. Honestly, it's pretty much the only leak on this engine, which is crazy. This thing's got, we'll look up there in a little bit, close to 12,000 hours on it, and it's all original. So we'll get that cleaned up a little bit and we'll see what we got. Got the dipstick loose. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up out of there. That thing is really loose. See what we got going on here. Huh. If that's a grommet, there's sure not much left.
Action.
I don't know if I trust you on the camera again. You know how easy my life's been editing videos whenever you don't have a camera?
Yeah, but it's not near as fun using your camera when you're here.
You know,
If you're gone, it's a lot more fun.
We were doing a time lapse on a pond, and I had a camera set up all day, and Jerry went over and peed. He goes, "You may want to edit that or you got a porno." And you are the classic of trying to get something to slip through that shouldn't be slipped through. All right, I don't know if it's dry, guys. There's a seat down the bottom there. Can you show them that right there? We actually got an O-ring down in there to where this thing here should seat on. I got another O-ring here. Hopefully keep some dust and dirt out of there. And in between those two O-rings, we're going to use the good old-fashioned, I don't think this is like true Flex Seal.
But it's gonna work.
It has to work. I had no choice. We'll get nice and goopy up on here.
Holy cow.
It's gonna be beautiful. Here, I'll smooth it out to make you feel better about yourself.
Sure you don't need a little more on there?
I mean, I thought about it. It did cross my mind. I figured whatever comes out the top will just kind of smooth you around and make it look pretty.
Yep.
Because it's got this bracket on there, it holds it pretty stable once we get her down in there. So
Now you remember which way it goes.
Up.
Okay, here we go.
Going in. Oh, that did fit relatively tight. I just gotta get this up on there. Come on. Come on. There we go. And now, you tighten that down. try to get this tightened down in a fashion where it holds a little bit of down pressure on that. Maybe 2 sets of hands for this.
Okay.
All right, found my wrench. I got this tightened up to where it's kind of pushing some down pressure on it. Should keep it seated down here in this hole. We'll kind of smear what little bit of silicone we got left around there. Nobody's ever gonna see it, so it just needs to be effective. I do have an O-ring in there. I don't know if it's doing any good or not, but hopefully it's not gonna win any beauty contest, but it's a good start.
Real good start.
All right.
You ready for your dipstick? Dipstick.
You're gonna ask that. I am ready for my dipstick because I don't want to take this air filter out and get dirt down that hole. So. We fish it in the hole this way.
This ain't how it's supposed to
It's
go
not how it's supposed to go in, but we'll make it work. Don't tell me. All right. Issue resolved. All right, let's see if we can get this air filter out here. This thing's been cleaned 2 or 3 times. I'm sure it's not dirty at all. We don't run this on dusty days. We just run it on wet days.
And underneath, that's all you do is run it when it's wet.
Hold that. Make yourself usable. Goodness gracious, that thing is on there now. Isn't that clogged up with dirt?
Huh.
Oh, hold on a minute.
You know, I'm not trying to be Mr. Obvious, but I don't remember it being like this when we changed the air filter the last time.
It's supposed to come out through the top, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's more convenient to get down through that hole than this one, but
Or you're just too lazy to take a couple bolts out.
this is, no, you don't have to take a bolt out. The hatch is raising up.
Oh, well, they're. Oh boy.
But I'm in position, and I don't want to move. I'm out of carport tunnel by the time I get this thing off there. Goodness gracious.
Oh, keep going. I forgot how fun it was to hold this camera.
One long-winded bolt. Come on. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, we're gaining steam here. I don't know if that air filter's gonna come out through here. It still might have to go up to the top.
Yep.
Goodness gracious, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Got it.
We have that. Put it right
Well, it's
here.
not that bad.
Huh, you done had it out if we went through the top.
I'm still gonna have to go through the top. Luckily, some engineer was actually thinking of that little door right here. Oh my God, that's convenient.
Yeah.
There you go. Go clean that. Have fun.
All right. All right, guys. I forgot to turn the camera back on, but
You know why you didn't turn the camera on?
because you had it in your back
No,
pocket.
because you were amazed about how clean and well maintenance the oil filter was. That there was
The
nothing.
oil filter.
The air filter.
The air filter. Yeah, it was clean.
No.
You know what? We should have kept the camera on, and I should have blew it out in here.
He started blowing it out here on the floor. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, rookie mistake.
I like how you're almost too short standing on a step stool.
Perfect height for right here.
Perfectly clean, huh?
Yep.
All right, I think we're down to 1 filter. Actually, it's a combination of 2 filters. There's some fuel filters back in there somewhere. All right, air filter is in. You want to put oil in it or you want to change fuel filters?
Well, I say we go ahead and put oil in it before we forget about that.
That's a good point.
So, you ain't got a funnel, do you?
Well,
I hope.
funny you should ask. Apparently the people on the internet think we are funnel poor, which I can't say they're not wrong. And we had 2 custom made funnels sent, mostly for Lieutenant Dan, or not Lieutenant Dan, but the Kubota.
Yep.
And the C8500, check out that one. And then we got the 10-man funnel.
Yeah.
And then we got the plastic 10-man funnel. So, which one would you like, sir? I think this one should be your funnel of choice for that.
Let me see it. Now, one thing that I don't like is I ain't got the track to stand on. Okay? So we may run into a little issue there.
You gotta be pouring all over your head. Oh, that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Can you reach?
See, if I had the track.
I'm laughing way too hard at this.
All right. Yeah, works out perfect.
I'm glad I'm not short.
It's not paying off today, to be sure.
You're pouring it in the funnel. The bottom of the funnel is your feet. All right, take this one. I'll go get you another one. Well, how's your funnel working?
Working good.
Well, good.
If only I had a track to stand on.
You look comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this ain't bad.
So what
I like
are you putting in there?
Oil.
That's not oil.
This has been sitting in the freezer. It's a little thick.
Some of the Lucas. What is it? Oil supplement? Oil treatment?
Now, the guy that invented Lucas, he's from Indiana.
Yeah, he's only about an hour and a half north of here.
Yeah. Is it even an hour and a half?
Crawford County.
It's like next county over. I don't think it's an hour and a half.
Well, it depends on what side of the county you're going to.
Well, that is true.
Supposedly, he was a truck driver and invented it in his garage to prolong the life of his truck engine, and took off from there. Looks like molasses.
Yeah, it does.
I think the trick to it is it's got a bunch of Teflon in it.
Teflon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a joke?
No, it's not a joke. We'll have to read the label now, are we?
Yeah, we are. We're going to have to investigate that.
See right there, it says the big orange sticker, extends engine life.
Yes, that don't say Teflon.
Just be happy your funnel's working.
I like this.
You're gonna find this hard to believe, but apparently their recipe is a huge secret. Because they have on here nowhere what's in it. We may have to go ask Google. So, until we find out, that means I'm still right.
Hey, well, you know, we've been having these discussions all day about who's right.
And I'm still on the upper side of this.
On everything. It don't matter if it goes from a air hoist to which is the left side of a vehicle. I mean, it don't matter.
How you got this thing?
I know. Sorry, my funnel ran out of oil.
You made the longest clip ever of draining the oil. Now you're trying to make the longest clip ever of filling the oil.
I did it in slow mo so they could watch step by step.
Nobody wants to see that. Get a dipstick or a dipstick.
Better than a dipstick to put the dipstick in. We got good ways to go.
I told you. You wouldn't listen.
Well, I always thought it was 7.
Well, you've only put 5 in.
Well, I know, but wherever I drained it, it just didn't.
Have some more oil, buddy.
It just didn't feel like it was 7 gallons.
Well, it was probably 1 gallon low because we didn't add any when it was a little low the other day, so I'd make it 6 gallons.
6 gallons. Felt more like 5.
All right, Aaron got it topped off with oil. Next on the list is the fuel filters. These things are a little bit different than most fuel filters. They're these little bitty boxes with 3 holes in the back of it. John Deere ran these for years, but this Doja's got 2 of them here. One there, one there. It's kind of hard to get in there in the video, so I think we'll do this the magic way. What do you think? Voila! So 2 new fuel filters.
Yeah.
Mr. Man behind the scenes. So I think that I've already changed the transmission filter. I did that earlier. Got all the filters changed, all the fluids changed that we're gonna change. I think at this point, before we fire this thing up and make the shop all smoky, you wanna go down to the lot and we'll get our new to us tracks?
Yep, I think so.
Road trip.
Figured they'd have been here already.
All right, so here is our new used tracks. They're not in the best of shape, but they're not in bad shape. I'm pretty sure they're in better shape than what we got. Everything seems to be pretty tight. Grousers seem to be pretty good on them. They do have a little bit of wear on the bushings, but they're not bad. My biggest concern, they've been sitting long enough. I'm hoping none of the pins or bushings are stuck in them, but I basically bought them for scrap price. So if this don't work out, we're not really gonna be out a whole lot except for our time, seeing if they work or not. So we're gonna get the loader, throw them on the trailer, take them up to the shop and see what we got. I know my windows are filthy dirty. You guys are just gonna have to bear with me here for a second. Let's see if we can get this first one stabbed. If I get both forks in that hole or not. Battery went dead, but good news, we got them on there.
They're on there.
All right, well.
Good guidance by me.
The problem is,
never would have happened.
Problem is they're on the trailer and they need to be on the dozer.
Yeah, and I figured I'd have showed up and they would have been on the dozer.
Well, you know what? Moving these things around a little bit, though, I think they're in better shape than what I thought. We'll find out. Head to the shop and put them on dozer.
Chop, chop.
All right, back up at the shop with the tracks. Let's not put them on backwards.
Backwards, exactly. I agree.
Do you know which way they go?
No, I don't. But I feel we need
You are not much help. Not much help at all.
Before we bring them in.
The grouser goes forward on the top. I can tell you that
On the
much.
top.
On the top.
On the top.
Grouser forward.
Okay.
So, I think we were going to back in here and use the crane to unload, but I got the loader up here. We brought the loader up here because we're going to service it after we get done with this. I'm thinking we'll just pull the trailer out in the yard.
Yep. Might as well, like I said, and use the front end loader.
Boy, this conversation really went down as I said, hey, let's do this. He goes, oh, that's a genius idea. Why didn't I think of it?
Ain't on camera, is it? Well, I was wondering that when you told me to back in to go into the bay. The only reason I didn't back on in and go ahead and get them off is because I figured you'd change your mind and want to do it my way and use front end loader.
Let's go. Let's just go get these unloaded. All right, if my calculations are right, I'll pick up this track right here just the way it is. Drive straight in the shop. Easy does it. I think that'll be the way it needs to be for the far side. Hopefully. Watch out, Poochies. One down. I think that is the right way. This is, just consider that the leading edge. So this needs to be facing the front of the dozer. So if we take that, flop it over, unroll that out, suck it under, I think it'll work. Here's the question. Do we want to try to get this one on before we get the other one in? Go ahead and get the other one in.
Let's go ahead and get them both in.
All right, them are cold.
Yeah. It's just gonna get colder, so I figure we get them in, get these doors shut, and we gotta worry about no more cold air.
I think we need to leave the trailer sitting just the way it is and hook that other one from the same side and bring it in here, and I think it'll be right.
Or are you gonna have to get it from the other side?
I don't think so. I don't think
it?
so. I'll tell you what, you just stay right here and wait on me.
I will, I'll stay in. All right, now you can get a view from where I'm at. I'm staying in here where it's nice and warm. I'm gonna let him get that off. Then I'll move the truck later. But let's move over one window over and see if we can get a better shot there. I don't know if his forks are long. Oh yeah, he'll be able to get it. Perfect. Well, we'll get that in here, and then we're done out there in the cold.
Well, guys, unfortunately, in the sake of keeping these videos a reasonable length, we're going to have to go ahead and wrap this one up here. As we got these tracks in the shop, well, long story short, there's just a lot of shenanigans and a lot of stuff that went on the second half of this video. But we did get these tracks in the shop, and as you guys will see a short clip here, we did have some issues getting them to lay out straight. They were kind of knotted up a little bit or had some pins that were kind of stuck, so you have to stay tuned to see how we went about getting all that loosened up, or if we did get them loosened up. Let me tell you, it's a little bit of a fight. We also decided to do a little bit of body work on the D4G while we were waiting on the roller to show up, and some exhaust work as well, as you can see over Aaron's shoulder there a little bit. So just trying to get all these little knick-knack things finished up here while we got some time in the shop before we get back to it in the summer. Oh, and we did find some additional issues we wanted to get addressed with the 850B before we pulled it out. So stay tuned for all that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the first half here. If you did, don't care to give the video a big old thumbs up. Definitely helps the channel. Want to make sure you don't want to miss out on what's coming up next. Consider subscribing. It is free, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we shall catch you on the next one.